place. This place is a castle, man. This place is so cool. A lot of riders ask me, what's the best lane position to choose? The simple fact of the matter is there is no one best lane position on a motorcycle. You're always going to be wanting to adjust and look ahead and identify hazards on the road, other vehicles, potholes, dead animals, whatever it is, and adjust your lane position according to what's up ahead, what's coming. So there's 3 lane positions you can choose on a motorcycle: the inside, the center, and the outside, left, middle, right, however you want to look at it. Just understand that as you're riding around, let's say it's a straight road, you might have to change those positions depending on what's in the road. I don't want to run over potholes or broken glass or obstacles or run into a bicyclist riding on the shoulder, so I'm going to move over, adjust my lane position. As you start turning, as the road starts curving and going through curves and twisties, then you're really going to have to think about lane position, line selection going through turns. You're going to adjust your lane position depending on that. The ideal line through a curve is an outside, inside, outside path of travel. You're going to start to the outside, work your way in at the apex, and then back to the outside at the end. Now let's say I want to start on the outside, but there's a big old chunk of crap on the road right there, a big brick laying in the road. I'm not going to be able to stick to that outside edge, so I might have to start in the center or the middle instead. Then I can still work it to the inside and then back to the outside from there. So always understand that lane position is very important on a motorcycle, and you always want to be adjusting it constantly as you're riding your bike. Now let's go take a look at what that looks like. So just to start out, here's a good look. I'm in the inside or left lane position. Now I'm in the middle lane position. And way out here is the outside or right lane position. Now most of the time on most roads, you can get away with just staying in the middle, right? I'm away from the double yellow line, other vehicles, oncoming traffic, and I'm away from the shoulder, all the crap that's out there. So more often than not, you can just hang out right here in the center. This is a great lane position. I got space cushion on either side of me, keep me away from hazards and stuff that's gonna hurt me, right? Now let's say there was a bicyclist riding along the shoulder. I want to give him some extra room. I'm going to switch it and move myself over here. Now notice I don't have to be like crossing the line or way over the line, but I can move over and give myself and the bicyclist more space cushion, right? Same thing, if there was a vehicle coming, then I'd move myself all the way over here, and I could be cruising right next to this white line, give myself more space cushion between me and that vehicle. So that's an easy way to think about lane position adjustments. Now let's say there's a broken bottle right here, move myself over to the middle. So you're always looking ahead, using that expert judgment to avoid using expert skill, looking out for hazards on the road. Those bars full lock. Let's take another look at it here. Now notice I'll just hang out in the center lane position here, we'll call it. So here's the center lane position. Let's say there's a dead raccoon up ahead. I can move myself over the outside. Now there's a broken bottle, move myself back to the center. Now there's another dead raccoon, move myself over here, right? Let's say there's a bicyclist on the shoulder pedaling and a car coming, right? I want to move myself over for the bicyclist, but I don't want to put myself in danger for the car, so then I can just hang out right in the middle. If the bicyclist is here and the car is not coming for a little while, I can move over here to avoid the bike, then I can move back over here for the car. So you can always constantly adjust and shift your lane position depending on what you need to do. Wave that truck on so he doesn't have to wait for me since I'm just goofing around. So now watch as I turn this corner. I can start to the outside, nice big head turn, and then I can end up kind of dead center right in the middle there. So think about lane position as constantly fluid, constantly changing and adjusting. There's no one best lane position on a motorcycle. depending on the circumstance and the situation that you're going to be faced with. That's why scanning ahead far down the road is so important. I don't have any obstacles to work with right now to show you, but imagine there was stuff up ahead. I could see it up there, and I could already adjust my lane position to be ready for it. Let's take a left here, and we'll go try to find some stuff on the road. Some stuff. The roads are all pretty clean out here, which is a good thing. Yeah, let's check. So same with those railroad tracks. If one part of the tracks was all cut up and bumpy and a big hole, and another section was smooth, I could move myself over and cross those tracks where it's nice and smooth. I don't have to ride over the chunky, bumpy crap. Same with the road. Man, 6th gear already? If there's a portion of the road that's all beat up and like bumping you around and stuff, and then there's a portion of the road that's all smooth, and you can move your bike over, take advantage of the smooth stuff, right? Why ride on a bunch of bumpy crap? Move yourself over, enjoy the ride. This little hill for a little while. Go cruise up, check it out. Private road, residents only. Okay. Let's go take a little peek. Cruised up here in the past a long time ago. Notice right there, the road's all, there's a big bump right there. Ooh, look at this. This is a perfect practice spot, huh? I can come up here, scout it out. See, there's a bunch of broken glass right here. That's why you like to scout it out ahead of time, so that you don't fucking run that crap over. As you ride and get more experience and identify hazards on the road, you'll get used to just moving yourself around and adjusting to the hazards. Cool houses. Some super fancy one. This road is beat up. I think they started building all this stuff with the intention of a lot of rich people moving in here, and then them didn't come in. There's a cool little pond right back there. Look at that deep crystal. Yeah, these are fancy houses. Fancy. Man, look at this place. This place is a castle, man. This is so cool. Doesn't even look like anybody's living in it either. A castle, I tell you. So notice we can use some of these patches on the road as an example. Big patch up ahead. Move myself over. Right. It's that easy to move yourself on your bike. You're just going to push on the hand grip, whichever way you want to go. Push left to go left, push right to go right. Steer around the hazard, the obstacle. Yeah. I like these ones with the cool little like roofing over, a little archway kind of, I don't know what you call it, overhang. Cool fancy houses, man. Ooh, I seen the lightning over there. There's a storm a-coming. Yeah, cool houses. I like it. lot of bumps along here. Cool little twisty roads. If they were in better shape. That's a shame. You come spend like $1 billion on one of these houses up here, and then you got this beat up road to get you to your $1 billion home. I'd be pissed. Yeah. Little patch of grass. Adjust your lane position. A really good tip for you is never feel like you have to take your bike somewhere you don't want to take it, right? You should always be able to put your motorcycle where you want, when you want. So if there's this patch of grass up ahead and I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to run that over, stop your bike, right? So let's say there's a broken bottle right here. Boom. See that little grass sticking out, those weeds? If that's broken glass or nails or a big board in the road, you don't have to run it over, right? Stop your motorcycle, then slowly adjust, walk your way around it, and then resume your journey, right? So you never want to be riding outside of your limits. If I see that little broken board and I can't stop in time, then I need to slow it down. I need to take my time and adjust my riding style so that I'm not putting myself in dangerous situations, right? I need to be able to stop if I want to, if I choose to. If I see some big old crap in the road and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm gonna run that over. There's no choice. That's not how to ride a motorcycle. You have to always have an option, a choice, an escape route. You have to be able to control your bike and get yourself out of trouble. And the best way you can do that is just by looking ahead, going slow, taking your time, not putting yourself into a trouble spot in the first place, right? Usually people get into trouble by not looking ahead, not paying attention, going way too fast. Next thing they know, oh crap, there's some shit in the road. They're running it over. Depending on what it is in the road, it might kill you. So this vehicle's coming, move myself way over here. Got tons of space cushion between me and that big heavy truck. That thing will kill me, right? So I want to get myself far away from it. I hate this little blind turn right here. I always feel like someone's gonna blow through that corner and clean me up. So notice I can change lane position here. That stuff's a little chunky, this is smoother. Then I can change my lane position back, avoid the potholes right there. Then I can change my lane position back. Get onto the smooth shit again. Now I'm looking ahead down the road to see if there's more potholes and chunky crap. There's some patches, so I'm gonna move myself back over. Got some vehicles up ahead. Now I'm gonna move myself kind of to the middle because I see this white car and this patch up ahead.